Pitbull, Naya, Mohambe with Suave Mente, and it's absolutely suave here at the 28th edition of Comex, a 6-day event about telecom, technology, and the biggest things that you can find on the Internet of Things. Now, moving on to the Internet of Stuff, but specifically the Internet, we've got our social media, TFM Oman, dropping everything that's going on in stories, live on Facebook, and competitions on Facebook, so make sure you head over there. Now, I want to mention one thing, a chance for you to win something while we're live on stage, because we're all going to be here. Lester Dekoto, Abbas Al-Lawati, and I are going to be here 26th and 27th, 6:30 sharp, to play games with you and your family so that you can win. TFM gets everybody winning out there, and you are always a winner with TFM. Come on, coming over is an awesome interview with Dr. Salim Al Ruzaiqy, the CEO of ITA, where I'll be asking him what's the role of comics going on and how does it connect to the future of Oman and deep questions like that. So stay with me. Music-wise, let's get into Meghan Trainor with No Excuses. This is TFM. Such an awesome feeling to be out of the studio doing it live here, the 28th edition of Comex, a 6-day event giving and showcasing the biggest in information technology, telecom, and technology all over. And specifically, this comic is focusing on the Internet of Things. But I'm going to segue a little, and I'm going to tell you about an awesome pre-Ramadan offer. And it's an awesome deal. I was just looking at it. It's about Jaguars, Land Rovers, Volvos, and MGs. These are the world-class brands that Mohsen Haider Darwish LLC provides. Now, what is it that they're doing? They're actually lowering their prices 20% to 33%. And that is a big, hefty amount. And when we're talking any figure above 10,000 reals or even over. So you know you're saving a lot. This is a mega sale happening at the MHD Volvo Cars showroom at Odeba. You always see it when you pass by, just before the Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque. And it's happening from today all the way to this 26th of April. Today, 23rd of April, to the 26th of April from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., the normal working hours. And then in the evenings, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Make sure you head over there today because stocks are going to be finished. This is a great offer. Up to 33% for Mohsen Haider Darwish with Jaguars, Land Rovers, Volvos, and MGs. Now, you want to hear more about that and what's going on more in comics? Head over to social media, TFM Oman, all platforms.
Comics on 95.4 TFM.
All right, we just heard work by Little Mix over there, and this is what's going on here in comics. A lot of work going on, and I've got a very special guest who is the CEO of the ITA. His name is Dr. Salim Al Ruzaiqy. How do you do, my good sir? Excellent. It's great to have you here. And you hopefully can answer my questions so we can inform as many people about what's going on here in comics. And the first question, if you don't mind me asking, would be, what role does comics have on the future growth of this country?
Thank you. Thank you very much. First, I'm glad to be with you, and excellent program. Of course, comics, as you know, we are. This is an important event for everyone in Oman, especially people who are interested technologies, interested to know what government is doing, the areas of e-transformation. So we have two important sections here in this important event. We have the government under e-Oman umbrella. It is the government, all the government entities providing services to citizens. People can come and talk to people here with the government, 20 government agencies under one umbrella. You will not find it anywhere.
Absolutely. So,
and we have more than 110 companies, international companies and local companies participating in Comex with new technologies, with the new systems, a new very, very important and special technologies in the areas of artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. Those are technologies which are driving the future.
Absolutely.
Today, when we talk about the impact of the technology, impact of Comex itself on the future of the country, on the economy, on the social impact for Oman, I think everyone heard about the fourth industrial revolution.
Yes.
And everything is changing.
Yeah.
And we have all the robotics, we have all the blockchain, you heard about it, you heard about Internet of Things, everything is connected, your fridge, your TV, everything is connected. Today you can see it here.
Yeah.
You come and see, we invite people to come and see what is going on. And I think everyone realized the transformation of the country based on technology. You cannot improve, you cannot do anything to your sector unless you use technology. So we have an excellent platform here in Comex. Comex has been improving year after year. ITA have been involved since the establishment of ITA with the Comex, supporting Comex, ensuring that everyone in the country have, Comex, we call it Comex for everyone. It's not only technology, pure technology. It is the kids can come here and see a lot of technology for kids, security professionals, games. Also, the professional can come and talk to the companies here. We have great companies, Oracle, Microsoft, Cisco, other companies are here to showcase their technologies.
Absolutely. Tech heavy, augmented and virtual reality, cybersecurity. We got cloud computing, things that appeal to many different segments of the crowd. You touched on, you've been with Comex for quite a while. Now, how has Comex grown in your eyes?
One thing that is important, of course, Comex, the growth of Comex, we feel the new setup that we have. Before Comex used to be in the old buildings. So as soon as we got, this is the second year that we are participating from this location.
It's a very big difference.
And it's a big difference. And then, we are now attracting a lot of companies. Before, we used to have a lot of local companies only participating. Yeah. So the growth we feel is like participation of the international companies, the big names.
It's given a global feel.
It is. And this is how what we need to do. This is a very important show for everyone. So we are attracting the international companies because we feel that they should come and see us here.
Absolutely.
Instead of us go and see them in other countries. So we bring in them here because then we have a lot of more than 100,000 people will be coming and seeing some of these.
100,000?
We have previously we have more than 100,000 visitors.
Wow.
So we are expecting this number and more.
Let's see you to increase that number to 300,000 and even more.
We hope so. Tomorrow the shopper will open up.
Yeah.
Another. We have the second hall here.
Okay.
So they are setting up today. Tomorrow they will open.
Fantastic.
And the shopper will be for the next even over the weekend. So
appealing to all mindsets and all wallets.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So how does ITA get involved with Comex?
Well, we are the main supporter from the government side. We are representing the government. We are hoping that ITA will give the government side of the whole. We are responsible to make sure that Comex is improving.
Yeah.
So this is our role here. So part of it is we are bringing the government because this is this is a mix of government, private sector. Non-profit organization are always here. SMEs, you've seen very important young people with us here, and these guys are presenting their technologies, their solution, their invention. So I think this is where we feel ITA should be. We are supporting, as you know, we have a SaaS incubation center. Yes. For young entrepreneurs. We have more than 39 companies hosted in SaaS. We have SaaS virtual reality in Com. We have SaaS mobile. We are developing young people in areas of mobility and developing on mobile, different platform mobile. We are bridging the gap between universities, graduate and market requirements. So this is all part of our responsibility as ITA.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Sure. No, ITA is actually we are working very closely with big guys, companies. We bring them to the country to come and invest in Oman, and also we are supporting young entrepreneurs to make sure that we grow a very
strong
foundation
for the future.
That's why we call it SaaS.
Okay.
SaaS is strong foundation.
Yeah. Now, can as many people come over here and ask ITA any questions that they want, whether it's people who are looking for employment or people who want to find out how the government can actually move forward so that they can find out what to do with their entrepreneurial ideas?
Sure. I think we in SaaS virtual SaaS incubation, we are creating that link between entrepreneurs and people who require some of this solution. And we are having a program, even in Comex, we have a program for training people, job seekers. We have a strong program in training people in partnership with international companies like SAP, like Microsoft, like Oracle. We are working with them to train our young people, to prepare them for the market. This is very important.
It's very important. Don't go into LinkedIn, everything. Everything is here right now at Comex, and ITA is here to help you out. I got one last question. What caught your attention at Comex?
Well, I think what I told them, even I told our colleagues in the company, I said I will come back after I remove my khanjar and bisht. I will come back for really a very deep dive in some of these technologies. We're seeing a lot of platforms with Oracle, with Cisco, with Microsoft. I really need to go and really dig onto it and see more of this technology. But I think everyone realized today the platforms that are here to stay is the Internet of Things. A lot of demonstration. You've seen the drones and some of this, using the drones for intention to getting some data from different devices.
Absolutely.
So we think there is a lot of things, the technologies. Also, young people here, they have some good solution. We need to come and see them.
Yeah, we're mentioning that using the IoT to get data so that they can have actionable insights,
exactly,
which helps them to be aware on what move forward that they can go.
Sure.
That's what's great about IoT.
And also, most of the system now is based on artificial intelligence.
Yes.
So everything has to be new jobs, future jobs. We need to know what's going on. So young people, they need to know what's going on. They should not stay and say, I know I want to go on this, I will study this. They need to learn what is coming, what is the new technologies. So we supporting the young people to also to understand what are the new technologies and how they will impact the future jobs in the country and of course globally.
Comex is not here just to sell products. Comex here is to sell you as a product, to improve you as a person so that you can be very much employable with what technology in the future is coming in.
I agree.
Which is fantastic.
No, I agree.
Just a question. Are you scared of AI? A lot of people talk about it as it being dangerous.
No, actually, see, if you... AI here is to improve our life. So it depends how we'll use them.
Absolutely.
But I think we can see in Oman the good thing that we have a lot of some of these jobs that AI will replace is not the Omani jobs. It's the jobs that use cheap labor from outside.
Fantastic.
So our role here, if technology could be used by the young people, they will be able to do anything. So they will not be ashamed to do a job that you could use technology to help you.
Yeah.
Today, you drive a taxi, and you have a software, an app. You stay in a cafe. You get a call. Somebody come and you go and pick up somebody. It's different than you go roam around in the road to find people, and this is very tiring.
Yes.
But if you are a very, if you use technology today, we have 3 different taxi mobile software. You could use them and you could participate and you could use technology. Today, people who move cylinders, they should use mobile. So people, they don't know, go and look for them. They see who's the closest to them and they call them to come. So using technology will encourage young people really to do all the jobs. They don't be ashamed for any jobs in the future. And it's not going to be if you use technology and you go to a warehouse, you use technology. You don't need to go and lift things yourself. Mm-hmm. So if you use technology, automated cranes and all these things.
Work smart, not hard.
Work smart, exactly.
Absolutely.
So this is young people. I think will be very proud to use some of the technologies, IoT, and artificial intelligence, and any other technology that will help them. It will not actually take their job.
Mike, what you said right now is something really amazing. Comex is here to empower you if you use it right.
Yes.
True. That's fantastic. That's my guest, Dr. Salim Al Ruzaiqy, the CEO of ITA. Make sure you come check out Comex and the ITA stand. Make sure you ask questions and see maybe you can have an opportunity for a job. And Comex is it. Thank you, Dr. Salim.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure. All right, let's get into the music, and we'll come back after this. We're here at the 28th edition of Comex, and it's alive. I always say, may the pulse be with you. My God, the pulse is alive here, and is taking us with Comex. Right now, with me, I've got His Excellency Saeed Hamdoun Al-Harthi. He's the Undersecretary of Ports and Maritime Affairs, and also the Acting Undersecretary of Communications in the Ministry of Transport and Communications. How do you handle both work, mashallah?
Great, Fahmi. It's great to see you first.
Wow, thank you. It's quite an honor.
It's Minister of Transport and Communication. Yes, I'm pleased to be on this ministry. We are quite busy doing a lot of projects, as you heard.
Yes, absolutely.
We have ports, airport, roads, and communications.
Yeah.
Quite busy.
Absolutely. Then I'm hoping you're coping with it. You look like you're coping with it fantastically. Now, the Comex is focusing on Internet of Things, IoT. How does that link with transportation and maritime affairs?
It's the maritime. It's everything is IT now. It's a soft. The main focus with the ministry now is. If you're talking about the seaport, the infrastructure, the hard one we've done, most of it is great. Now we are focused on the IT, and it's everywhere. You name it, from the ship, from the equipment we have, from even the gates in and out from these ports. It's all IT product. Okay,
job-wise, does it take a lot of people out of jobs, or does it help make more jobs?
In my opinion, it will help. It's change the way people are doing business. It's not taking the job from people. It will make them focus in a different technology. That's why.
So people need to grow up to understand these technologies to get the jobs. So this is where Comex could be one of the things that could help people.
Yes,
get a direction.
I think they need to come and visit the Comex to see the new technology here, which will give them some direction. They will give them some idea, and people will explain to them, especially the kids. I encourage the families to come and visit for the next few days in Comex.
Absolutely. Not just buying in the retail side, checking out the government and the private sector stuff for more information. Maybe a kid can grow up to be something else when right now he's thinking, I want to be a nurse when I grow up, for example. Comex could inspire them.
Absolutely. And they will meet the right people to explain to them. And that's important.
That's the key about this Comex. It's very interactive, that communication is key to actually get the information that you need. Okay, you walked around since 9 o'clock with all the VIP guests. What caught your attention around here?
A lot of things. As you know, the technology is flying. It's not moving fast, but it's flying. And we've seen some ideas of the smart cities, new technology from different companies and from different government identity, which is giving us a good, healthy thinking of what's the next step to do.
Yeah, an insight into the future. Guys, it's tech heavy. Augmented and virtual reality, cybersecurity, big data, cloud computing, Internet of Things, and this is what caught me, artificial intelligence. Now for the families, we also have the world of gaming, smart homes technology, and robotics. Oman's gone to another level with this Comex.
Absolutely, and this year I believe the Comex is much well organized than before. Every year we hope next year to see better than this year. So the guys are doing a great job.
I can already confirm that I was at Comex 2 years ago. This is another level, 100%. I didn't even expect what I was seeing here today. You know, it's that good. So I have His Excellency Saeed Hamdoun Al Harthi, who is the Undersecretary of Ports and Maritime Affairs and Acting Undersecretary of Communications in the Ministry of Transport and Communications. Now, you mentioned something earlier on that actually made us laugh together. You came from what background?
My background is flying.
Yeah.
I started with the Air Force.
Yes.
So I'm a pilot. So I used to be a pilot.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the maritime side. So that's a different.
Yeah, I tell you what you have in common with the past life and this life. You're flying. Sia with To Be Human. It's quite ironic, actually. We're here at Comex, the 28th edition, and we've got some AI and robotics going on. Whoa, and speaking of actually To Be Human, how about this? She is a media darling and she's coming to Oman. Who is she? Her name is Sophia. She is a Saudi citizen and she is one of the most advanced robots to date. She's humanoid and, as Sia says, to be human. She'll be here to launch and address the Oman Global Tech and Investment Summit from April 29th to the 30th at the Grand Hyatt. And oh my God, for a person recently born, she has done a lot. She was named the world's first United Nations Innovation Champion. by the United Nations Development Program, the UNDP, to promote sustainable development and safeguard human rights and equality. I mean, we require a robot or an android to actually protect us humans, which is impressive. You want to head over to ask her a question why she's doing that? The 29th of April is it. My job right now is to make sure that I can get my bosses to get me an interview with her. Till then, TFM, let's talk. Well, there's David Guetta with Like I Do. Well, be like I do over here and come over to Comex where you can enjoy yourself and maybe watch us interview people. And with me right now, I've got somebody from the Ministry of Interior of the State of Qatar. His name is Captain Ali Ahmed Al Bin Ali. How do you do, my good sir?
Good, very nice.
Good to have you right over here. You are the head of e-services and internet section.
Yes, right.
Can you please elaborate on that?
Yes, actually we are developing mobile application for our Ministry of Interior. Actually, we have now we're calling Matrash 2. Matrash 2 actually is a mobile apps, contain more than 150 electronic service like traffic, like for resident, citizen. They can apply for electronic service and get it also automatically without going to the police station or to the service center to get the service. Actually, one of the service is unique, we call it. Like you can apply for the renew resident for the resident people without going actually to the center. For example, there are many companies, they have more employee, like 3,000, 4,000 employee. To renew the resident card for them, now you can register with us in the mobile one time only. Then automatically the system will take all of them and will renew the resident cards for them and will send by Q post to the location for the company itself. And the amount also will deduct by bank from the bank from account to account actually. This is one of the electronic service in the mobile apps.
And this is in Qatar or is this coming here to Oman?
No, we have it in Qatar and we come to Oman to present this the electronic service.
How do you get the database to connect with the app?
Actually, the database in my country, we have DB2. We call it DB2 database, and contain all the data for all the resident and the citizen in Qatar. Actually.
So the future of this is to cut short the time and make it simpler for as many people as possible. But do you reduce jobs? For example, in the police stations with this?
Yes, you will reduce the jobs for the employee working in the police. Also, you will reduce the traffic in the street. So the people no need to go to the police station or the center service to apply for the service. Also, you will save their times also to apply for the electronic service. One of the, for example, their service for the traffic for accident. If there are two cars accident without injury, they can apply in the mobile apps also. No need to go to the police station. They can register the accident in the mobiles, and all information will go directly to the traffic police station, and they will investigate on this accident, and you will get the message you can fix your car.
Fantastic. If you want a big idea, always solve a human problem. That is Captain Ali Ahmed Al Bin Ali from the Ministry of Interior of the State of Qatar. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Much appreciated, really. And it's a great idea. All the best for the future.
Thank you.
Now let's get into the music. And we've got some Demi Lovato with Louis Fonsi and Not On You. This is TFM. Let's talk. Awesome. TFM dropping some awesome. Did you hear that? Finally, Urban Pulse with an echo, making it all epic and cinematic. This is how we had it here at Comex, the 28th edition, happening on, what is it now? I'm here for the next 3 days live. I'm on tomorrow from 10 to 1 and the day after. You want to be on the radio, come over and surprise me. We actually had, who is it? Saving Yarn. What an awesome name. Came over here and said, I'm a fan of the show. And we just put him on. It was actually brilliant. He was shy to go on the radio, but we put him on social media. Speaking of social media, make sure you come over to TFM Oman on Facebook Live, on Instagram, on Twitter. We're dropping everything that's going on here in Comex. My lady Zainab and Hani are dropping and making sure they're doing the best that they can. We also have some awesome game on Facebook where you play around with a GIF. Just follow the instructions and drop the photo at the captions. Also, listen up to TFM Mornings and Cafe 325, where they're going to have their own personal games over there. Lester's going to mess with your brains, and Abbas is just going to make you laugh until you answer the question wrongly. Also, 26th and 27th of April, that is day after tomorrow, and the day after that over here, sharp 6:30, we're going to be playing games on stage with you. So it'll be awesome to hear you, see you, feel you, smell you. I'm done for now. Urban Pulse is over. Come in at 2 p.m. where Shabiba, our sisters and brothers, are going to be live here. Let's get to the music. Goodbye. May the Pulse be with you, and enjoy.